Joining me today is Dr. Tiffany Sanders, the founder of Diverse Business Solutions. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Nikki.
Yeah, it's great to see you here today. So tell me what sparked your business?
Well, it's such a great question. Well, Diverse Business Solutions came out as a brainchild because in my clinical practice, Sanders & Associates, we were noticing that a lot of employees were coming in for mental health counseling due to issues related to their employers.
Interesting.
So they were frustrated and feeling like the environment wasn't very healthy for them. And many of those employees wanted to quit.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if a business loses a top employee, that can affect their bottom line.
Sure.
So I found myself really encouraging and providing a lot of the employees with support and services to help them stay at their company without just quitting, without having another alternative.
Yeah.
And then I noticed, well, let me turn this into another business. And so I just marketed and packaged it in a way that employers saw the benefit of focusing on employee wellness.
Wonderful. And why is taking that time to have a wellness program, why is that so important to employees?
It's so important because so many of our employees are struggling with mental health issues, they're struggling with substance abuse, and those individuals, 75% of them work in our workforce.
Really?
And so if we're not addressing it, then you have individuals who are self-medicating with drugs, alcohol, which can cause accidents on the job, which can increase absences, and all sort of things that would affect a company's bottom line. And as being a business owner myself, I don't want to lose my own top employee. So I was thinking, how can we help employers understand the value of an employee wellness program, which will help businesses' bottom line.
Great. And so do you work directly with the company then? Mm-hmm. And who do you work with then? Do you work with the employees? Do you work with the HR? Who do you work with?
Yeah, we work directly with the company, but we work with the top. We start with the top. We start with the business owners. A lot of the businesses that we're working with are small to mid-sized companies, and so they've grown very rapidly, and they don't have a established HR or a devoted wellness program. So we start with them to help them buy into it, to get the commitment, and then we can also do business coaching with them on ways and strategies that they can be interacting with their employees that promotes wellness. And if they do have an established HR, then we work with the HR department, and we're helping them with identifying solutions to promote wellness as well as retention of employees.
Okay, so do you prefer the small and medium businesses, or do you work with all different types of businesses?
We work with all types of businesses. Larger companies usually have an established HR, so they may bring me or one of my associates in to do a workshop on wellness, on how to manage conflict, how to stand out and lead in the field as an employee, how to have multiple generations in one workforce working together collaboratively. So the established companies will bring us in for that, or maybe a workshop on diversity, while the smaller to mid-sized companies are bringing us in to say, help us with our recruitment. We want top employees who are engaged, who are healthy, and not going to quit later on.
Wonderful. So obviously there's a big payback when you have something instituted like a wellness program. What is the ROI on something like that?
Well, there are several ROIs. You get reduced absences, it reduced your health care costs, reduce workers' comp claims, because if people are doing anything that's illegal, substance abuse, or those sort of things, you are likely to have more accidents. That increases your workers' comp claim or insurance. It also helps with promoting productivity, because engaged employees are productive. They're healthy, they're happy, they boost the morale of a company, they interact with customers, they do more innovative things to increase selling and developing of products. So it has wonderful returns on your bottom line.
That's great. So what makes Diverse Business Solutions different from another HR organization?
Well, we're different because we do focus on your traditional HR related things, recruitment and retention, job description development, policy development, but I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and so we come in with a hat related to wellness. So we're digging and investigating on finding ways to promote wellness as well. And if we can target the things that your employees need, then your employees are going to be happier, and they're going to want to stay with you.
Sure, that's wonderful. You know, it seems like, I know years ago, and when I say years ago, before 2008, that wellness programs were really growing, and then after 2008 it dwindled a little bit. I've heard they're picking back up. Do you see that in your business?
I do see them picking back up. Every time I'm going to networking meetings or luncheons, you're always hearing someone says, you know, people were telling me I need to do something about wellness. I'm so happy to meet you. I'm so happy to learn about what type of programs you can help us implement. And these companies desire something because employees are unhappy, and with the market increasing, the options for employees to jump ship shift to another employer is increasing. So we have to take care of the lifelines of our organization, and that's our employees.
That's wonderful. So what kind of business would benefit from Diverse Business Solutions?
Well, thank you. That's such a great question. The businesses who will benefit from us are small to mid-sized companies that are growing very rapidly, that are struggling and saying, man, we've hired a few employees that just haven't worked out, and the money we spent on training and getting those people in, just for them to up and leave, it's just hurting our bottom line. So those are employers that we would love to work with, because that's our strength, that's our asset. We can come in and help you with your hiring and with bringing on the top employees. Then we love to work with companies that are a little bit more established and says, okay, we've hired some great people, but we need to work on retention. How can we keep these top employees here happy? And so we come in and we'll help with those companies. And then, of course, your Fortune 500 companies, those who need some good quality workshops on diversity, conflict resolution, retention of employees, mental health awareness, substance abuse training, all those things related to mental health. And employers and employees really need to put mental health as an important.
Yeah, that's fabulous. So if you had one little tip for businesses with regards, if they're considering like a wellness program, what might you tell them?
Well, I would say get a small group of employees together. Create an employee group that's going to identify what they feel are their needs. So you can poll them and, figure out what do they need. And then when they come to you and say, this is what some of our weaknesses are, then you know what you want to give them. We don't want to just top down and say, I think you need this, I think you need that. Poll your employees and then implement a wellness group based on what they're requesting.
Wonderful. Well, it sounds, Diverse Business Solutions sounds exactly what it is, very diverse and very helpful.
Yes.
So Dr. Tiffany Sanders, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be right back.